The man had been trapped in the car for several days. He had no water, so he could only drink his own urine. He had no food, so he could only eat paper. Why was he locked in the car? Because he was a car thief. A few days earlier, he had targeted this car, but after he took all the items, he was locked inside the car. He pressed the start button. It did not work. He hit the window with an iron pipe. It still did not work. The man tried to pry the door handle, but his hand was cut when it went inside. With his last hope, he pulled away the blanket, and under it there was a thick layer of steel plate. The man pulled out his gun in anger and shot the glass, but the bullet bounced into his thigh, and he screamed in pain. He quickly took off his clothes and wrapped the wound. At that moment, a woman walked by. The man shouted for help, but she could not see him at all. He picked up his phone to call for help, but as soon as he put it to his ear, the battery died. The man felt desperate. He was trapped in the car all night, and the wound in his thigh gave him great pain. The next day he had no water to drink, so he licked the glass and kept prying the door. Suddenly the screen lit up. It was the car owner calling. The car had been stolen 28 times before, so the owner had turned it into a cage to punish car thieves. Now the game began. The owner asked the man, "If you found your own son stealing, what would you do?" The man cursed him as a madman, but the owner said he was wrong. As punishment, he turned on the air conditioning. The man quickly put on clothes. He covered the vent with an anti-slip mat and stuffed shredded newspaper inside, but he was still almost frozen to death. Another call came. This time the owner wanted his name and identification. If he told the truth, he would get a small reward. The man gave the answer and got half a bottle of water. But on the third day, the man started to have a fever. He begged the owner for mercy, but the owner did not plan to let him go. He only turned on the heater. The man fainted, and when he woke up again, the owner had given him a small portion of food to keep him alive. The man put the battery under the sun to charge while he kept hitting the car. At last he made a hole, but it was only big enough for a fly to get through. That day the owner called again. He had found the man's family information and wanted to make him suffer more. The man quickly took the battery and used the last bit of power to call his family. Sadly no one answered, and the power ran out. He lost contact with the outside world again. The man went completely mad. He kept pressing the start button, and to his surprise, the car started. He drove fast, but the gear was broken, so he could only move backward. The man put on the seatbelt and reversed the car into the fence behind him. With a loud crash, the man broke the window and finally escaped from the car.